can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Chicago Bears.
To kick off for Detroit.
Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week one. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Play on first down will get 4 up to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second and 6. Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. First down. It's Patterson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson, 51 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. We thought they may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And the Lions now have it first and 10 at the 20. And now the first NFL carry for the former Georgia star, DeAndre Swift. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Brought down by Buster Screen.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
7-yard line.
4 yards remain for second down. The first carry now. This is Johnson. 9 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He was brought down by...
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run. We picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 38, Stafford. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The sack by Robert Quinn.
Former first-round pick Leonard Floyd is no longer with the Bears, so they signed Robert Quinn to replace him as a sack guy. And Robert Quinn just got one right there. Had 11.5 sacks last year with Dallas. The best since his lone all-pro season in 2014. And I know the Bears are his 4th team in 4 years after stints with the Rams, Dolphins, and Cowboys. But don't be fooled by that. Robert Quinn still has a lot of juice left in his tank.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 49 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears.
Number 12, Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson. 37 yards as the Bears push further out in front.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up
from the gun on 3rd down. Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
It's funny, partner, you often hear how tough it is for a rookie receiver to adjust to the NFL. I think the same is true for tight ends. You're asking them to do a lot in the NFL game with the additional blocking that many of them didn't have to do in college. And T.J. Hockenson, he's a number 8 overall pick in 2019. He had a good rookie season with 32 catches. I expect that number to go way up as he gets more comfortable with the NFL game. I A nice catch right there for a first down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Down at the 15.
But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 15-yard touchdown round. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That was the veteran Jamie Collins busting through to make the stop.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. This time, Trubisky will throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7, our score.
Bears 14, Lions 7.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the shotgun is Trubisky. Again has it complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Happy for the Detroit Lions to get DeAndre Swift in the 2nd round. Felt bad for the young man because I thought he was the best running back in the draft, and he lasted until the 2nd round. What's happened for him? Running backs, I hate to use the word devalued, but people aren't going to take them quite as high right now, and he's in that cycle. But I think the Lions really benefited. This guy can cut, burst, run with power, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield. I really like him, and he was my #1 running back.
Second and 11. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson. His second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Patterson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. This is caught by Robinson. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 42. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Chicago.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
He's brought down
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 39, Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And the Bears.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stuck 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And he fires one incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Well, this is caught by Gill. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Mitchell Trubisky, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Bears 21, Lions 14. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Stafford. And a heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. Room here to run. And now off to the races. Down inside. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Coverage on the play by
following the incomplete pass. Here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A final shot before the break. Stafford. And Amendola's got it. Complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Stafford on first down. Gets it quickly to Galladay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
38-yard line.
Will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They give it to Peterson. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a bit.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed at 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Stafford. Screen play. Johnson. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Lions have got it back to a one-score game. Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Bears 28, Lions 21. Matt Prater to kick off for this.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive first and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
on 2nd and 9. Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Robinson's got it. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A Chicago first down, the former Jag Allen Robinson on the catch from Trubisky. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep this time for Miller. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
And it's caught here, Amendola. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
At the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Eddie Goldman on the tackle, a huge man, hard to move out of the way. He's in his 6th year with the Bears out of Florida State.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Out of the gun, Stafford. Complete to Jones. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. Now a clash of bodies here. It's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie, Jalen Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 6-yard line.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Going up top for Miller. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll bring it up here right at the 40-yard line. Back now at Ford Field.
21.
It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. From the gun on third down, Stafford. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
And there's a familiar sight, Khalil Mack putting a quarterback down in the backfield for another sack. I know he only had 8.5 sacks in 2019, so a lot of people wrote that off as, hey, what's going on with Khalil Mack? You do realize he's getting doubled and tripled on just about every snap, but that was the first time since his rookie year of 2014 that he finished the season with less than 10 sacks.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
1-yard line.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And complete this one to Patterson. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing here, Trubisky. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 24-yard line.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Deshaun calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
From the gun, Stafford, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Will get the football back. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
2nd and 2.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. This time, Trubisky will throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Intercepted.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Stafford dumping it off for Johnson. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Carrier. The tackle by Jalen Johnson. A 3-yard pickup.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
11-yard line.
Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. This will be caught about the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
It's one thing to be known as a guy who can make big-time plays downfield and gain almost 20 yards per catch. But how about the guy who knows how to put the ball in the end zone as well, and that's Kenny Golladay. He's an absolute threat every time the ball goes in his area. Led the NFL with 11 touchdown catches last year. Kenny Golladay is a guy that I'm glad that I never had to try and cover when I was trying to be a defensive back.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now this time he'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A gain of 14.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Now it's Trubisky. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, it's Patterson. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. A gain of 5. 1st down, Chicago.
1st down, Bears.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Patterson on the carry. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Trubisky to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. This from long, very long range. Does he have the distance? He does. It's good. My goodness, he hits it from the parking lot as time expires. And they've come in here and stolen one on the road. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Chicago, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.